obviously a representation of the diversity of the MLB now, but statistics unfortunately are leaning to African Americans specifically.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Latin brothers, and we see
Sure.
representation around the world. And I think MLB gets a lot of credit for the multitude of representation, but African Americans specifically, we're seeing kind of a decline of attendance and representation, unfortunately, on various fronts. What do you have to say about that, or maybe how maybe it can change, or some of the hopes, or maybe some things that I know the Dodgers participate in the Dodgers Dream Field, and there's several programs to help that. But what are some of your thoughts on just diversity?
Well, I think that it is true. If you look at the overarching numbers of African Americans in baseball, even since when I first got into the big leagues, it's tumbled considerably, and it's unfortunate. I think that a lot of young African American kids in the inner city are gravitating towards football and basketball. The role models in baseball are starting to be less and less. So now, as an African American kid, to look at somebody and to kind of relate to and want to aspire to be, those are harder to come by. And so I think that as a sport, with our Commissioner Manfred and baseball, I'm on the diversity committee.
That's right.
And so I'm proud of that.
Yeah, that's big.
And so we're trying to create opportunities for minorities, African Americans, and in baseball, as athletes, as players, in front office, coaching, and all these different scouts. And now when you're talking about on a level with the Dodgers are doing a great job and have done a great job for years. You mentioned the Dodger Dream Fields. We just did the Jackie Robinson Field with Adrian Gonzalez, Clayton Kershaw, players, the Dream Foundation, the RBI program with what we've done. We've done so many things like that. We just did a situation in, an event in Compton. This was just a couple days ago where Alex Verdugo from Tucson, Arizona was out there, and he just told me how much it impacted him and to seeing these kids and seeing a lot of seeing a light in all these kids and opportunity in their eyes. And so for me to be a vehicle, and I look for opportunities to go in the city and speak to people of color and just know that there's other sports, than football, basketball, baseball, but I think for all of us, it's about just painting a picture that the African American kids, boys, girls, are going to be productive in society, going to be successful, and to find a passion. And so for me to be sitting with you, this is some of the things that I feel so honored and responsible and so great to get the opportunity, not to manage a baseball game here in a few hours, but to have a platform to say that I came from middle class background and I had parents that supported me, or friends, and education, and treating people the right way, creating my own opportunities, that people can create opportunities for themselves. They just need a chance.
I really let's even talk about your son. Let's talk about legacy. He's on his way, right? He's at
LMU, man, he's going to go to LMU.
Right.
He's going to be a baseball player at Loyola Marymount next year. So he's a great kid. He's a shortstop, and the coaches there really took him under his wing, and he's excited.
Is he like you? Is he lefty?
He's a bat right, throw right. He can run. He can play the game. So he's definitely different than me, more subdued. But he's got a heart of gold, and he's a tough competitor.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we say, like, true manager's son, coach's son, and that.
He is. But you know what the fun thing though is that I never had a chance to. Obviously, my father served our country, and he wasn't under the media light like I am. And so it's fun to see my son make his own path and be his own individual. So as he's 18 right now, and I'm encouraging him to be his own man, which he's doing. And he's doing it.
That's good. Let's talk about family life, and stick on that subject. And I know faith is very important for you. I'm talking about faith and just how important family and faith are.
You know what? Family and faith and family, in that order. It is. And I think that for me, my faith in Jesus Christ just kind of is the foundation of who I am. And everyone has their thoughts, beliefs, and faiths. But for my household, this is what we believe in. And I think that it makes it easier when you have something to hold on to. And, with the life struggles and the unknown, that blind faith is tough for a lot of people. But I think that people wonder how I can come in positive every day and don't sweat the small things, and going through cancer and going through different adversities. That's how. And I've got a wife who we've been together for 22 years. And my daughter, who is fantastic. So we're a tight-knit group, and we travel well together. And so without them, without those two things, I don't know where I'd be. So I appreciate you asking about it.